What's going on, guys? I'm Commander RestlessCorpse. Welcome back to Elite Dangerous. We're still on the way to the neutron star, and looks like 15 jumps. I'm gonna check this system out. Get this this star scanned here, but I did. Oh, hello. Lots of stars here. Looks like this place is all discovered up, so let's get the hell out of here. But I did fully discover the other system that had like planets 250 some thousand light seconds away. It took forever. Watched some YouTube videos, you know, like I do when I have lots of time to kill. But let's see. I kind of want to. Let's take a look at the galaxy map and see how close we are. So we're all the way up here is where we're going. Now, looking at this section, see how the system is a different color? It is the non-sequence stars. Now, what I want to do is see if there are any more around it. I don't think there are. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the only one anywhere close. But if we kind of go around here and look around, I'm not seeing any more anywhere. So unfortunately, when we get there, oh, that's what I'm trying to do. When we get there, we're gonna have to cut back in, or maybe that'll be like the leg, because we're going to the Lagoon Nebula, which is way out here. So I think from here, no, you know what? What? Are we going the wrong way? Like, what the hell? Where is the Lagoon Nebula? It should be right out this way. Yeah. So, for some reason... oh, no, that's where I am. Okay, so what we're going to do when we get to that is we're going to go out just a little bit further, and then we're going to cut straight in to that nebula. And this is going to maximize the amount of undiscovered areas that we run across. Because remember, going straight from the bubble to somewhere is probably like a course that a lot of people have done. So we want to get away from that to maximize our, I guess, our profits and finding cool shit that nobody else has seen. So let's do that. All right. Well, like usual on this course, we have jumped into a system where someone has only scanned the main star, which is the only star in this system, but the main star and the first planet, which I believe is this guy. So even though it's already been scanned, I'm going to scan it too, just so I can go down this list and explore all that stuff. A lot of these are really close. I don't know why he didn't scan them. But sometimes people are in a hurry, trying to get to where they're getting. To be honest, this neutron star might be a popular spot, because I haven't run into any system. I've run into some systems where people have only scanned the main star, but I haven't run into any systems that have never been seen before. But whatever. I'm gonna knock out all these stars, and then we'll get to it. Or not. You know what I mean. All these planets. Whatever. Okay. All right. I'm sure that you saw that on the way in, but when I jumped in, I like flew right past a sun. So I'm gonna scan this guy real quick, and while we're scanning, we're gonna take a look at this system map, because that was crazy. All right, I don't know what those are, but I'm gonna check them out, because they don't look like any suns I've seen in a system map before. But this is the one that I flew right past. So I've got that scanned. Let's just scan. There's only suns in this system. I'm not sure. I'm going to get close to this one because I might have... I need fuel. Well, I don't necessarily need fuel, but I'm scooping each system as we go. But I want to see what the hell is up with those other stars. I want to see what they look like. And I can't scoop this one. All right. I don't know if I can scoop any of them, to be honest. I might have been able to scoop the first one. So I'm going to swing by it after I scan this one and see. I mean, I'm not down a whole lot of fuel. If you look over on my fuel gauge, I still have plenty of fuel, but I like to be safe. And I'm hoping that these other stars aren't ridiculous. Oh, they're real close. So that's cool, man. Tauri star, what are you? You are also... Okay, I can't scan either, or I can't scoop either of those. So let's just get on with this and then get out of this system. But these stars look really cool on the system map, so I want to see what the hell... And they're like really super bright from back here, too. Hey, it's pretty cool. Alright, well these are also just normal-ass Tauri stars. They just look completely different, so I don't understand what's going on with that. But let's swing up next to these two and get a sweet selfie. Yeah, look how bright these damn stars are. How are these the same type of stars as the ones that are at the other side of this system? That's weird. Now, I don't want to get too damn close to these things because I don't want something bad to happen. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly up next to one of them and see what it looks like with them both in the shot. Yeah, those things are bright. Let's get real close to it and hope that it doesn't blow me up. That sun is so damn bright. Look at that. Well, they're a little further apart than I thought they were going to be. But let's try and get a little bit close here. I might have to go back to the other ones for a cool screenshot. But let's check it out. Yeah, they're too far apart to be all that cool for screenshots. So let's get back over to this one, take a cool screenshot, and move on. How awesome is that? I've been looking for one of these systems to get a really cool screenshot, and I finally got it. So let's just sit here for a moment and reflect and hope that my heat is not skyrocketing at the moment. I don't know exactly what the hell I'm looking for out here, guys. So, what I was kind of thinking about doing is, because I have such a long way to go from my destination and then all the way back, what I think would be cool is if you guys gave me some stories to talk about. You know, like weird things that have happened to you, maybe in real life or on this game or in gaming in general. Cool stories, weird stories, scary stories, whatever. Send them to me. And I will totally like read them and talk about them and possibly ask you questions about them on the videos. I'm going to put a post on Reddit at some point and try and get that. And maybe we could turn this series into like a series where we just talk about crazy stories that happen to people. I think it's pretty cool. I'll probably be starting with, you know, some of my own stories and whatnot. Remember, I did talk about a couple episodes ago about, you know, crazy stories from the bar that I work. And I have a few. And we'll get to those. But anyway, with the threat of overheating and exploding hanging out this close to this sun, I'm going to go ahead and get to the next system. And I'll see you guys later. Well, not later, but, you know, you know what I mean. I'll see you in the next part of the day. It'll be later for me. It won't be later for you. It'll be a few seconds. All right, well, this particular system is kind of crazy. There are 40 astronomical bodies. I'm assuming there's a bunch of these. But it looks like both of the stars have been scanned already, and most of this system or like planetary group here has, except for this guy for some reason. So we're going to be going to him first as soon as yeah, there we go. And then neither of these planets or their moons have been scanned. But then if we go down here, James Solis has gotten all of those. So let's go ahead and hit this one first. I was able to scoop. I'm all set. So let's go hit that planet, or the moon, I guess, and then we'll swing over to those two ringed planets and hit all those moons, and we'll be out of here. Now, I heard something about ringed suns. I'm kind of excited about finding one of those. I've never seen a ringed sun before. I didn't even know suns could have rings. I know that they have those asteroid clusters sometimes, but I guess there are suns that actually have asteroid rings, and I really want to see one of those. So I think that'd be cool. Maybe we'll run into one on the way through, you know, our craziness. Also, I seem to... Oh, we're gonna fly right past this guy. Maybe. Yeah, we totally are. Whoa, that could have been serious. All right. I read up and found that the neutron star fields that I was talking about are in the core. Sagittarius A, I believe, I think is in the core. I didn't know where Sagittarius was. I thought it was like off on the... Uh-oh. I'll be back. All right, well, we're back.
2, 1, engage.
And it seemed to have just been a little hiccup in my internet, which, you know, whatever. But what I was saying was Sagittarius A, I thought it was some secluded system somewhere, like the Pleiades Nebula and stuff like that. Did we? No, I was unable to scan that. I was right next to it, but I guess I'm still kind of close to it. So we're probably going to see that when we get to the core. Apparently the core is full of stuff like that, neutron stars, black holes, stuff like that. That's going to be really cool. But again, I want to find that stuff in places that nobody else has found one. So hopefully we'll find some of those along the way or even past the core. And I know that, as far as I know, anyway, I just said that I know, but as far as I know, the core itself has not been fully explored either. So hopefully we'll be able to get some good data from those. What I'm worried about is I don't think you can scoop from a neutron star or even get really close to it because it's super hot. But, so when we get into the neutron star field, I'm really going to be worried about my fuel. And I want to, I'm worried about that, but we will deal with that when we get to it, I suppose. But I'm going to swing down here and grab all these, and then that should be it. There's another, is that a moon that's got rings? That's weird. But we don't have to go down to here. But all of these planets are relatively close to the stars, so we don't have to worry about a whole lot of travel time. But I will see you when we get there, or, you know, if something interesting happens. If it looks cool or something. I don't know. Alright, well, I seem to be having some internet problems here. So I had to replot my course. Luckily, I was able to pull up the old video and see what the hell the system was that I was, you know, trying to go to, because I couldn't find it on the damn map. But we still need to... I've gotten these. And I need to get all of these. I don't remember what the hell I was talking about, so I'm just gonna go do this, and we will we'll get into some more crazy shit later. So while I'm scanning all these damn moons, this thing has like a ridiculous amount of moons. I'm going to regale you with a tale of craziness from the bar late at night. So many years ago, I believe this was like going on the 4th year that I worked at the bar, and I work at a bar in Milwaukee. I'm not gonna say what bar it is, and it's not. It's in a suburb of Milwaukee. It's in Wauwatosa. But back then, I used to work like every other day. So I worked Tuesday, Thursday, and then both Saturdays and Sundays. So it was a Tuesday, and Tuesdays were particularly tough, because they started out really boring and then they would get really crazy, and then at the end, you know, I was a cook, so I had to, you know, shut down the kitchen and whatnot before I left. What? Oh, hold on. Let's figure out where the hell I am. Come on. All right. Well, let's target that guy right there so we can get our bearings. So it was a Tuesday night, and the thing about Tuesdays is that we sponsor a lot of local sports teams because it is a sports bar. So on Tuesdays, Tuesday were a big day for like the softball teams and stuff that we sponsor. So they'd all come in after their games and drink and eat. We had like a slider special on Tuesdays. It was like tiny little burgers, and you get 3 of them for like $2. It was ridiculous. And it was, I mean, we still have that special, but I don't work Tuesdays anymore. But it was crazy because people would get like all kinds of stuff on the sliders, and it gets to the point where like making burgers not that bad, but when you're making 3 of them at a time, it gets kind of crazy. I don't want to smash into those rings, but that is neither here nor there. So I don't remember why, but I wasn't going to be working that Thursday. I think it was like going to be Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. I don't work those days. So I was going to have a rare 2-day weekend afterwards. So I was going to be off Thursday and Friday. So I have this curse, right, where anytime I'm going to get extra time off, the last day before that time off is generally absolutely crazy for me. And I just don't understand why that happens, but it happens. But this night was particularly bad because it was really busy. The bar was absolutely packed, and I was getting my ass kicked in the kitchen. And when I say kitchen, I mean a little closet with an open fire grill that is ridiculously hot, and it sucks. But there was this customer that lived and we shared a parking lot with a small building that had like businesses on the first floor and apartments on the second floor. And this guy lived across the parking lot, so he was in there all the time. Now, we called him Wonky-Eyed Matt, and it's not because we were trying to make fun of him or anything. It's just that we know a lot of Matts because it is a corner bar, so we have lots and lots of regulars. So we have to differentiate them in some way. So he was Wonky-Eyed Matt. The guy was kind of annoying. Like he was a weird guy. Like he would get really, really drunk. But he was like a chameleon. So no matter who he was talking to, or depending on who he was talking to, he would change his personality to, I guess, better connect with them, I guess. So like if he's sitting with a basketball team, he talked to everyone. But if he was sitting next to with a basketball team talking to them, he'd talk about how he tore his ACL a long time ago, because that is apparently something that everybody can relate to in sports. I don't know. I'm not really a sportsy guy. I don't even know what the hell the ACL is. But so it was something like that. Well, he was sitting at the bar, in the middle of the bar. So we have two taps at the bar. We have a tap cluster in the middle and another one down on the south end of the bar. And the bar kind of wraps around to the south. And he was sitting in the middle of the bar, very quiet, because nobody wanted to talk to him. And down on the south end by the other taps, there were these two girls. And they were very cute girls. Were I not at work and all gross because I had been standing in the kitchen, I might have tried to talk to them too. Who knows? They were very cute girls. They were enjoying, beers and whatnot. We sell a lot of local beers. Spotted Cow, super good. But throughout the night, he kept glancing down there. He would glance down there, and they were talking and laughing with each other. And they were just sitting by themselves. There was nobody else at the southern part of that bar. And he just kept looking over there. And I said to the other person I was working with, I was like, I think he's going to go hit on those girls. And we both shared a laugh because we knew that wasn't going to get anywhere with Wonky-Eyed Matt. But as the night progressed, he got drunker and drunker. And to give you a frame of reference, right behind where he was sitting, we have a jukebox, one of those internet jukeboxes that's got, you go up there, you put money in it, it downloads the song that you want and plays it. So he keeps looking over there, and he's like psyching himself up, because he's psyching himself up. He's going to go talk to these girls. And I kept nudging the person I was working with and pointing, and we look over there and we're like, yeah, he's about to do it. So finally, after 2 hours of just getting shit-faced, he can barely keep his eyes open. He can barely talk. He finally pushes away from the bar, stands up, kind of brushes himself off because I guess he had been dropping crumbs and stuff all over himself. And he looks over one more time, and you can tell that he is fully psyched up to go talk to these girls. And he takes a couple steps toward him and stops for a second for one last psych up, and then it's go time. He starts walking over there, absolutely confident. His head is held high. It looks like he's trying to get in suave mode. As soon as he passes the jukebox, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he tripped. I don't know if he slipped or whatever, but he just falls flat on his face. And everybody in the bar, it's like in a movie. You hear a record scratch and everything stops and everybody just turns and looks at him. And he gets up and brushes himself off. He doesn't even look embarrassed because he's so goddamn drunk. And then he goes, everybody starts, they forget about it. you know, they turn around and go back to their conversations and stuff. And he goes over to the girls and stands behind them, holding his drink. And they're just talking. They're not paying him any attention. He stands behind them for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, and then goes back to his seat and sits down. And it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. It was just like a movie, guys. I thought that kind of stuff only happened in movies. And he was never able to live it. Like, we never brought it up to him or anything, but every time we saw him, we would all laugh about that thing. And I went over and I told the girls that they just narrowly missed, you know, having to talk to this guy and whatnot. It was absolutely hilarious. And that is my story for right now. I think this is the last planet or moon that I need to scan on this planet, and then we're going to move on. But once again, guys, I want to hear your stories, and I don't necessarily have like a rules of submission or anything like that. Maybe we'll figure one of those out, but I want you to send me like funny stories or scary stories or whatever. Just throw them in my inbox or something, and we'll read them during these sessions, and you know, maybe get a laugh out of them or get a holy shit that was crazy out of them. I think it'd be really cool. But anyway, I'm gonna scan this guy and I'm gonna move on, and hopefully we'll get to that neutron star toward the end of this episode. Who knows? It's still 12 jumps out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our very first completely undiscovered system. I've just scanned this sun, and it's not very big, and that's cool, but it does have some crazy looking planets here. But none of these have been scanned, and the sun hasn't been scanned either. I just scanned it, so obviously this will be the RestlessCorpse system. But I'm going to knock out all these. They're all relatively close except for that guy. But we're just going to start right down the line here. So let's go check them out. So another cool thing about this system, guys, I'm still in the system scanning all this stuff. But I was looking through the system map to make sure that I was, you know, I was moving along at a decent pace scanning these. And I saw that one of them is a water-based planet. And I think that I get a decent amount of money for those. We're looking for like water-based planets and Earth-like planets. So that's pretty exciting. That's the first undiscovered water-based planet I've seen. Mostly they've been icy bodies. But I think that's pretty cool. And after I'm done scanning all these planets, I'm going to check and see if there are any other ones and what other types. But I'm still super jazzed about finding an entire system that is unexplored. And I think that because we're off the beaten path, I might be finding these a little bit more now. And that gives me a little bit of hope of the fact that the neutron star system that we're going to might be unexplored as well. But anyway, I'm going to knock this stuff out and I'm going to get on to the next one. And we'll talk. You and me, we'll talk. All right, take a look, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet another completely unscanned star system. This is just one jump away from the one that we just finished. So it looks like I'm in the sweet spot for undiscovered systems, guys. This one has a whole bunch of different planet types as well. That one looks particularly cool. Maybe not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video pretty damn soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and because this one looks cool and I've already scanned the sun, I am going to scan this guy and possibly land on it because we can. So let's just make sure that we've got the sun scanned. Excellent. And we're all full on fuel. Let's set a course for this guy. He's only 60 light seconds out. And let's go land on that guy and check out what that planet looks like. I'll see you guys on the approach. So it looks like your standard moon style planet with a, you know, pockmarked with craters and whatnot. But I wanted to get down into the lit section. So I had to go past it and turn around. But we're going to land on this guy, probably in that crater over there, and just kind of check it out. It's a high metal content world, so I also would really like to find, I guess they're called points of interest. They'll show up on your radar, and see if we can mine anything to kind of see if we can synthesize some fuel. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm not sure if I could do that from the SRV, and if I can't do it from the SRV, then we're boned because I don't have any cargo space in my ASP. But we're going to figure it out. All right, so while we're going pretty fast, I'm going to try and get as close to that crater as possible. And we'll probably land on this side of it. I don't want to land in it, but we'll land on this side of it. But I think we're going to pop out a glide here pretty soon. There we go. All right, now I'm going to boost the hell over there, and then we'll cut the power and drop the landing gear and whatnot. Try to make it a safe landing, because I'm still scarred from my experience on that damn planet near that nebula. It was crazy. But we're looking at 0.3 gravity. So that's one of the highest I've seen so far landing on. So I've got to be very careful that I don't smash into this one too, because I think we're a little bit further out than we were last time. I think this is going to be good enough. So I'm going to pop that landing gear out, and I'm going to treat it just like a station landing, where I power the thrusters all the way down and then just use the manual thrusters to get where I need to go. Got trenches and all kinds of stuff over here too, which is really cool. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of flying along the surface looking for points of interest. I'm not sure that that's exactly how you do it. I've only ever seen them once. Well, I see them every once in a while when I'm landing on like a planet or a moon for a quest or something. I'm landing on a station, I see them there. But as far as I know, they just show up as like blue circles on your contour map down there that the radar is turned into. And if I don't find any by the time I get to that crater, that we're landing on the lip of that crater. Alright, well, I didn't find any, and I may be doing it wrong, but you guys have been pretty good with giving me the infos when I screw up. So maybe help me out with that. But we're going to land right here on the lip of the crater, in view of the sun here. And I'm going to get out in that SRV and check some stuff out. But let's just make sure that we don't blow up on the landing here. Get a little closer. Man, that is a really deep crater too. Holy shit. I was thinking about going down into the crater with my SRV, but now I'm not so sure. There we go. All right, let's get out there. Alright, we are facing the back, so let's turn around, check that out, man. Let's go to the lip of this crater and hope we don't fall in. Wow. That is a really deep crater. I'm being like very careful. Okay, so it's not like a sheer drop. It actually goes down in there. But I mean, this is cool, you know, and I'm not too sure that I know how to scan for this stuff, because I'm pushing the scanner button and it's not working. But I assume that we will figure it out at some point. What was... Oh, my turret is stowing. Whatevs. Let's get a sweet screenshot. The coolest looking planet in... Well, I mean, it's not the coolest looking planet I've ever seen, but it was the coolest looking planet from at least the system map of yet another system that has been completely undiscovered until now. It's almost like I'm a real explorer, guys. I'm pretty excited that I'm pretty sure most of the systems that we're going to be hitting from here on out until we get closer to like the nebula and whatnot are all going to be unexplored. So, all right. Well, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos of Elite Dangerous or any of the other videos that I've done, go and hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to say, throw it down in the comments. Remember, I want you guys to send me stories, funny stories, embarrassing stories, scary stories, creepy stories, weird stories, whatever. Send them to me. I will read them in these episodes. And I think it'll be pretty awesome. My name is Commander RestlessCorpse, and I'll see you guys in the next video.